Okay, good morning student. So in the previous lecture we discussed about the second chapter, that is nothing but the reproduction in flowering plant. In that we discussed the detailed structure of the flower, then the embryation, then gynoation, then pollination, then fertilization, then post fertilization changes. And in the yesterday class we discussed how there should be a seed is very important, what is actually the polyembryony, what is apomixis, all that particular terms get learned in the yesterday class. Now in today's class we have to discuss about the new chapter that we have to start, and the name of that particular chapter is nothing but the microbes in human welfare. So here is that microbes. The name of that particular chapter is nothing but the microbes in human welfare. Now when we are talking about the microbes, the first thing it arises, what are the microbes are there? ये microbes है क्या? As we know, one of the microscopic organism that causes worldwide situation, pandemic situation, that is nothing but the COVID-19. So this one is nothing but the one of the microorganism, and that is actually the virus that we all know as coronavirus. So here you see that such a type of that particular virus like corona, they are terrible for the human beings, that causes different economic situation, different horrible situations in all over the world. And here our topic is nothing but the human welfare. Today we have to talking about the human welfare, and in that welfare of the human being, microorganisms play their great role. Not all microorganisms that are dangerous to human beings. We know there are different kinds of the diseases to plants, animals and organisms, and human beings also get because of the infection or because of the pathogenic agents, and these pathogenic agents are nothing but the microorganisms. So microorganism is not a particular organism. We cannot say that it is actually the bacteria is there. In this particular microorganism category, there should be a presence of bacteria, we know, then viruses, then virions, prions, PPLO, pleuropneumonia like organism, then algae, fungi, protozoans, It is not about that particular bacteria only is the microorganism. All those organisms that cannot get seen by our naked eyes, ऐसे सारे ऑर्गेनिज्म जिन्हें हम अपने खुली आंखों से नहीं देख सकते, they were all get considered as microbes. So microbes all those organisms which are not seen by our naked eyes. ऐसे सारे ऑर्गेनिज्म जिन्हें हम लोग अपने खुली आंखों से नहीं देख सकते, एंड फॉर टू सी देम we use one of the device, that is microscope. So microscopic organisms, all such a type of the organism that can get seen by one of the device that we use in your laboratory, and that is nothing but the microscope. So all such a type of the organism get considered as microbes, and I told you that these particular microbes, they may going to possess different kinds: bacteria, viruses, virions, prions, then PPLO, then algae, then fungi, then protozoans, pleuropneumonia like organism. Pleuropneumonia like organism, that is the smallest ever known living cell. Smallest living cell. These three are acellular organism. ये जो तीनों हैं, so these all are nothing but the acellular organisms are there. These bacteria, then PPLO, then algae, fungi and protozoa. These all are these cellular organisms. Cellular organisms. As many of these particular microorganisms are hazardous to us, because of them the infection get carried out to the human beings and different situations get created. But among these all microorganisms, many of the microorganisms get used by human beings for their welfareness. Not after the discovery of the microorganism, but before the discovery of the microorganism also, unknowingly our tribal peoples, our ancestor, they may going to use such a type of the microorganism unknowingly. They could not know which kind of that particular microorganism get involved there, but they utilizing them unknowingly, and that practice get transferred mother to mother or father to father in the further generations. You everyone observed in your home that there should be a formation of curd, and you know that curd get prepared from the milk. How this particular curd going to be prepared? You observed your mother adding the yesterday small part of that small piece of or small quantity of this particular curd in the milk. That small part or that small quantity of yesterday's curd which have been added to the next day, that is the milk, that we called as, in our Marathi it is called as irzan lavane. In Marathi it is called as irzan, but in our scientific language we can say that it is called as starter. It is called as inoculum. So what is happened in this particular case? Whenever you added previous day curd, a little quantity of that particular curd into milk, a huge amount of that particular bacteria that converting milk into curd, and this particular bacteria is nothing but the lactic acid bacteria. Lactic acid bacteria, in a simple way you can say that lab. Lactic acid bacteria, lab. Short form is that. So these bacteria which are present in the millions number of that particular quantity in the curd, they add it in the milk, and because of that they increasing their population, they multiply, they divide, and they converting this particular milk into the curd, and that particular curd we use for the various purpose, and we know that the curd is very beneficial for our health. Why? Because of this, because of the presence of this particular lactic acid bacteria. And you know that the preparation of curd, which is prehistoric, in our great epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata, you observed about that particular Lord Krishna that eating the milk and curd and makhan. So this one is nothing but the applications of microorganism like lactic acid bacteria from the prehistoric times. Then our ancestors, they also get known about the preparation of the wines previously. But here you see that how this particular microorganism get known to use in a different way, how different microorganism get used in a different applications of human beings, in a different way in case of the human beings, and where this particular microorganism you found. अब ये माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म हमें कहाँ मिलते हैं, वो हमारे काम में कैसे आते हैं, दैट वी हैव टू डिस्कस इन डिटेल इन दिस पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर. सो whenever I observe my hands, you just observe your hand, you could not find any microorganism there because your naked eyes cannot see them. But whenever you observe your hand under the microscope, you can find that there are so many microorganisms are present on them. That's why in a pandemic situation like corona, after 25 minutes or after half an hour, you have to wash your hands by using water or by using soap for about the 20 seconds, or you have to sanitize your hands. That means You sanitizing that particular microorganism means you're going to kill that particular microorganism which are present over your hands. You know about this particular corona that may get spread through the droplets of that sneezing droplets which have been created by human beings, or while coughing this particular microorganism gets spread through that particular air, and that's why we are using the mask in today's condition. So that is the situation. Nobody have seen by their naked eye what type of that particular corona is there, but they know these particular microorganisms get inserted within our body through our hands, through our nose, or through our mouth, or through our eyes, and that's why such a type of that particular guidelines have been started by our government to protect ourselves. So same way these particular microorganisms are present in all the diverse situation. You couldn't imagine that these particular microorganisms are present, I already told you, over my skin, then within my mouth, huge amount of that particular bacteria is there. Every day you wash your teeth, that is only because to kill such a type of that particular germs. Within my intestine, within my stomach, within all over the body of myself and yourself also, huge amount of that particular microorganisms are present. Every day they may going to attacking our body, and our antibodies they fighting with them. What is the water we drink? Inside that particular water also huge amount of that particular microorganisms are present. But within our body, our immune system it is so strong, and antibodies they are going to kill them. So what is the mechanism is there? But you pick up handful of that particular soil and you found that huge millions number of that particular microorganisms are present. Not simply the bacteria, but these all are the different microscopic organisms are present. Whenever you say microorganism, simply we can understand that is actually the bacteria. But it is know that it is not only the bacteria, there are so many different group of the organisms are present. These organisms you may get found in extreme environmental conditions like in extreme hot situation or in an extreme cold situation. They are also get found in Antarctic region, they are also get found in the environment, they are also get found in a desert condition. That means they may get found everywhere, and all that particular microorganism are not useful to us, और they are not pandemic to us, or they are not troublesome to us. सारे के सारे माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म जो दुनिया में मिलते हैं वो हमें उपयुक्त भी नहीं है और हमें डेंजरस भी नहीं है. उसमें से बहुत सारे माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म हमें इफेक्ट करते हैं, और उसमें से बहुत सारे माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म तो ऐसे हैं जिनका एप्लीकेशन हम हमारे डे टू डे लाइफ में करते हैं. सो इन द प्रीवियस चैप्टर यू लर्न अबाउट दैट पर्टिकुलर. इसके लिए एक चैप्टर भी है हमारा कि how different kinds of the microorganisms are going to infect the people's, which kind of the different diseases have been carried out there. But here in this particular chapter we have to discuss about how microorganisms used for the welfare of human beings, and there are so many ways are there. So out of that, the first one we have to discuss these particular microorganisms. They have been used in our household production. That means these particular microorganisms get used for the preparation of food, our food. So this particular microorganism in our household production, or in the food production, you can say that some microorganisms directly get eaten as a food, that you call as the single cell protein, that we discuss in the next class. In your household production, you can see that घर में हम लोग जो भी चीज़ बनाते हैं खाने के, उनमें ये सारे माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म का कैसे इस्तेमाल करते हैं, कौन से माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, दैट यू हैव टू सी. तो जैसे आपके घर में ढोकला बनाते होंगे, जलेबी बनाते होंगे, देन आपके घर में पापड़ भी बनाते होंगे. राइस पापड़ देयर शुड बी व्हीट पापड़ इज देयर, देन जवार पापड़ इज देयर. देन while preparing all that particular things are in your home, there should be preparation of curd that have been carried out from the milk, ये सारी चीज़ें बनाते हैं। इनको बनाने के लिए जो प्रोसेस का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है दैट इज एक्चुअली द इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म। इनको बनाने के लिए जो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म का इस्तेमाल होता है ये हमारे मम्मी को मालूम तो नहीं होता, लेकिन वो प्रोसेस उन्हें बराबर मालूम होता है। ढोकला बनाने के लिए क्या करते हैं? दे प्रिपेयर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डफ। They take that particular basin, they added milk water inside them and they leave it for overnight. So while adding that particular milk water, that means ताक, वो जो बटर मिल्क होता है उसके अंदर डालते हैं, वो बटर मिल्क के अंदर जो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स है लैक्टोबैसिलाई और जो कैन लैक्टिक एसिड बैक्टीरिया, दे गोइंग टू कैरी आउट दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस ओवरनाइट एंड इन द नेक्स्ट डे यू गोइंग टू प्रिपेयर दैट पर्टिकुलर ढोकला. Same way I told you that for the preparation of that particular curd also lactic acid bacteria going to be used, and the previous day lactic acid bacteria or that particular curd, small amount of curd get added into the milk, that is called as inoculum, or that is also called as starter, and in Marathi that is called as irji. This particular word get utilized in local people's, in tribal people's language. Then this particular lactic acid bacteria, you can say that particular lab, which is very beneficial to us, that we are going to kill many pathogenic bacteria within our stomach. How this particular milk going to convert it into the curd? So this particular bacteria, they are going to release the acidic contents, lactic acid within that particular milk, and they partially degrade the proteinaceous content which are present in milk, and there should be a formation of coagulation. हम आपको मालूम होगा ना, जो मिल्क होता है वो पतला होता है, लेकिन जो दही होता है वो ज़्यादा गाढ़ा होता है. तो वो इसलिए होता है क्योंकि देयर शुड बी अ कोएगुलेशन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोटीनेशियस कंटेंट, एंड दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोटीनेशियस कंटेंट गेट पार्शियली ब्रोकन डाउन. तो पार्शियल ब्रोकन डाउन होता है, and that's why that particular curd, which is very important one, and inside that particular curd there should be the presence of vitamin B12 components that is very beneficial to us, and that's why every day people going to eat such a type of that particular curd. In the southern India they always going to eat such a type of that particular curd and buttermilk, which is very important for our health. Then cheese is one of the product is there. Cheese, that is the oldest known that particular product of milk which have been used. For to prepare the different kinds of the cheese and for to add the different kinds of the flavors, there should be an application of different kinds of microorganisms. So one of the microorganisms, Swiss cheese, is that have been prepared by using Propionic bacterium Shermani. So this is the name of that particular bacteria that have been used for to prepare Swiss cheese. Another one of the cheese is there, that is called as Roquefort cheese. For the preparation of this one, there should be an application of fungi. Roquefort cheese. That means for the preparation of cheese, not simply that particular bacteria going to be used, some of that particular fungus also going to be used there. You know there should be a preparation of that particular bread. आपको मालूम होगा ब्रेड बनाने का, ये बचपन से आप लोगों ने सीखा है ब्रेड बनाना. तो ब्रेड बनाने के लिए बेकर्स ईस्ट का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. बेकर्स ईस्ट, the yeast, and that is nothing but the Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So this is unicellular fungus. It is actually the fungi. This particular fungus that you call as the baker's yeast mostly used in our day-to-day life for the preparation of the bread, then idli, then dhokla. For the preparation of all these, they are going to use such a type of that particular fungus. And for the preparation of that particular wine and whiskey and rum also, this Saccharomyces cerevisiae is going to be used, that microorganism that you called as yeast. So in this way, These particular microorganisms get used in our day-to-day life for the preparation of your household food productions. In the next class, we will discuss about the microorganism, how we are going to use in our industrial processes. Thank you.